Hey guys, welcome for another video. You are watching. In this video, we are going to see three different ways of bypassing SSL pinning. Yeah, you heard it right. We have different types or ways to bypass SSL pinning. Like let us see it like how we can do. We are like in earlier videos we saw just only through a FIDA, right? Here, along with the FIDA, we have other two methods called we can bypass SSL pinning using objection, and also there is another amazing tool called APK MITM. So I don't wanna say again like why we have to bypass SSL pinning, because like it is very important step during like mobile vulnerability management testing, right? So if you still want to know such things, you can go back to my other videos and you can check. And the basic important thing to bypass SSL pinning you want is a FIDA client and a FIDA server to be like installed in the Genymotion or whatever the virtual device you have. I hope you people have already got the FIDA client and also FIDA server inside your virtual device. Let me see whether I have it, or let me see whether mine is already have. So let me show you. Adb shell cd slash data slash local slash tmp lsla. You can see already my FIDA server is inside AVD. If you don't know how to set up the FIDA server, you can please look at to that mobile environment lab. I think part one. You will get to know like how to set up a FIDA server. So this video is just like a bonus video, like to know the more ways to bypass self pinning, right? So we have our burp suit also ready, and we have our Genymotion also ready. So let me go with our any example. We have a country delight only. So let me open it and let me see. Let us perform all three different ways of SL pinning, right? I have to increase my RAM of AVD. Make sure that you use good AVDs, like having 4 GB RAM, something like that, because in now it is not showing any data. Okay, let me let me clear the data and show you. See, like it will not get any response. I was see, you can see something went wrong. Please try again later. Since the client is unable to authenticate with the server because of the proxy which we are connected, right? So now let us try to bypass it using a FIDA shell, and we'll try it from objection also, and we'll show how to do it from APK MITM, right? So we have our FIDA, right? Let me run a FIDA. For objection and for a FIDA, we need to run a FIDA server in the shell. For both methods, for Epic MITM, you doesn't need a FIDA server to be run. So now let us go to our Linux and let us try to bypass it first. Let me see the package name. So package name is this, right? Okay. Now FIDA minus u minus f, and you can see this is a command using FIDA minus u, and minus u refers the device which is spawned, minus f refers to the hap package, minus l to the script, hooking script, and this is the parameter. So let us invoke it, and now you get a hap with bypassed format. SL pinning, like SL pinned bypass. Now you see, now you're getting some data. Initially we didn't have any data, it was showing something went wrong, right? So now we can see a few data. So this is the one way that we can bypass it. Let me close this, exit FIDA, and if you try to go back and go, this is the one way. So let us if you reopen the app once again, and now it will again show the error, like something went wrong. Let me open the app. products. Something went wrong. So now let us do from a objection. Objection is also a very good tool, just like Preda. It has a various uses, not only a bypassing SSL. So as of now, I will show about bypassing SSL only, but I will give you a link of its tutorial in the description. You can see for further use of objection. The way you run objection is objection, how to install objection. Before, in a sense, you have to just give pip3 install objection, so it will install objection. So once it's installed, you can just directly run like objection gadget. It will invoke the whichever the AVD which is spawned right now, and you have to paste the package name, and you have to give explore. If you just give this, it will start a device bus, but like it doesn't bypass the cell. You can bypass the cell during, I mean, like after the start of a device also. But we have another feature in objection called we can directly invoke the startup command along with this, I mean, like along with here only. So we can give a startup command uh, as Android SSL pinning disable. All right. So if you run it, uh, so mhm. Is it my server is on? Yeah, my server is on. And objection gadget app. Okay, checking for a new version. Might be I haven't updated. Okay, now it's hooked, and it is bypass SSL pinning. Here you got the bypass SSL format. You can see the products. Yes, SSL pinning is bypassed. So this is another video. I'm like, this is another way to bypass SSL pinning using objection. It is not like always Frida works. Sometimes Frida might fail also. So you can go ahead with objections if Frida doesn't work. Even if objection doesn't work, sometimes with the rare cases, you have another tool, amazing tool called APK MITM. Uh, APK MITM. This is a very good application actually. I mean, like, this is a very good package. It has like it comes with like npm also. You can directly, if you have a node installed, you can directly install npm package and you can run. Right, this is a way to install it. So what does this APK MITM does in the sense, whatever the APK you give to it, it will unpack the entire APK and it will remove the network configurations. In the sense, it will modify the network configurations and it will repack it and sign with the Uber signer and gives us a patched APK where you doesn't need to invoke any script to bypass SSL pinning again. So let me show you how it works. So first of all, let me see where is our APK. So we had it in our downloads folder, and okay, here is our APK. Let me go to the desktop. Let me create one folder. New folder. Oops. Apps. Okay. So let me put it inside this. So let me go to my desktop apps. So single command just like apk mitm, and that's it. Now apk mitm will unchug everything, and it decodes the apk files, and it will apply the patches, and it will repack the apk, and it will sign the apk using uber signer, right? And one of the important key things you have to follow here is you can't install the apk directly, because like it will get mismatched, because you have already have one country delight. If you install this apk, it will not get installed. So you have to make sure you you have to uninstall the original APK before you install the patched APK, right? So let me uninstall it in the meanwhile. You can see in the left side it is disabling the certificate pinning. It is applying all the patches, necessary patches, and it will encode the patched APK and it will sign it again. So let us wait for a few seconds to get it patched. It depends upon the APK size. If the APK size is very big, it takes a really lot of time. If the APK size is very small, it doesn't take much time. So what was our APK size actually? I didn't see. Let me check. It is 16 MB. Yeah, it does takes a good amount of time. Now the optimized APK size would be less than 8 to 9 MB actually in general, but like more than that, like app doesn't has that much of optimization as per my knowledge. So doesn't matter for us here. So let us see how much time does it takes, right? So I'm gonna pause the video and come back when it's done. Our APK is ready, which is modified APK. So let us go to the folder and let us see it. So this is the APK. You can see like it will be having a like patched like keyword at the end of it. So you can just directly install it on your Genymotion. So you can see I have not invoked any script. You doesn't need the Frida also. You can just close it. It doesn't need any script for MIK like APK MITM. Why I suggest you to use sometimes APK MITM, because sometimes if at all if the FIDA server gets broken or something happens, you need to again invoke it and again you have to start the things from beginning. So if you use once the APK MITM and if you patch the APK, throughout the process you doesn't need to invoke the script anywhere at all. That because once it's patched, that's it. Like you can listen to any response and request, right? So let me go and clear all the history once and let me show you people, because see, I'm not invoked any script. Let me exit this also, so that we'll be having clear picture. So let me go to the our my app. Let me enter phone number. Yep, it accepted the request directly. It doesn't ask anything else, right? And it sent the OTP also. It authenticated. That's it. Like we didn't hook any script, so directly authenticated. Without any script. In a sense, the whatever the patched APK we got, it is already right. See, in the like in the script we ran, like some of the graphical things were not visible for us, right? But here, we can see all those things with this patched APK. Even the images are like loading properly. So this is also one of the great tools. So you people can use it, but it take little bit of time for unpack and patch it. So have some patience and you can bypass sub pinning very easily, right? All right, guys. This is it for this video. If you guys still got any doubt, you can just message us or comment us, right? So if you like the video, please share, like and subscribe us, right? See you again in the next video, guys. Bye bye, take care.